Welcome everyone, it's time for another brutal dose of heavy metal. I'm Vic Buoy, and this is the Undrgrnd.
Hey, how's it going everyone? We're glad you could join us. We hope you're in the mood for some awesome heavy metal. We have a great show in store for you. Hopefully tonight will help you to add a few more metal bands to your playlist. Don't forget to like the Undrgrnd with Vic Buoy on Facebook to stay up to date with new episodes. For tonight's show, we're going to travel to Sweden, to Stockholm, for some brutal Swedish metal, so hold on to your seats. Our first band from Stockholm tonight is a 4-piece extreme metal band from South Stockholm. Founded in August 2016, the band shows influences from tech death, deathcore, and untypical groove metal. Disrated describes their music as brutality with devastating clarity. The band released their official debut single, Almighty Father, in April 2017, and the EP, And Hell Followed With Me, in October of the same year. The song is And Hell Followed With Me by Disrated. That was And Hell Followed With Me by Disrated. Find more music and videos by Disrated on Reverb Nation and like them on Facebook. Now for a death/thrash metal band. Finally, the stars are right for the debut album by the Swedish death metal act Fidian. The band was formed in a suburb of Stockholm, Sweden in 2003 after the demise of the melodic death metal act Ruins of Time. Since 2012, the band has been more active than ever, playing concerts in Sweden, and they've been on a small East European tour in 2015. They have now recorded their debut album, The Throes of Scourge, during the spring and summer of 2016. Awesome. This is Mother Pestilence by Fidian.
Mother Pestilence by Fidian. Find music by Fidian on Bandcamp and like them on Facebook. Right on. Up next from Stockholm, Sweden is a metal/hardcore band. A real band for real people. When the hardcore and metal scene started to rise from the underground in the early 90s, Source of Ignition found their identity and built their foundation in the aggressive, down-to-earth type of music where they felt they belonged. Source of Ignition states, "The inspiration and dedication for this music and lifestyle has always been a huge part of our lives. It started out in our youth with the first heavy metal vinyls with bands like Accept, Iron Maiden, Motley Crue, and other cool groups. Also, the Swedish metal scene has been very important and has given much input to our music. We are proud of being a Swedish band based in Stockholm. Source of Ignition consists of 4 members coming from different bands and different styles. They joined forces and over a period of time created the sound and personality of Source of Ignition. Their great friendship and great chemistry has always been their strength. The Source of Ignition Brotherhood. Live for this, die for this. This is Awakening by Source of Ignition. Awakening by Source of Ignition. Find more music and videos by Source of Ignition on Reverb Nation and like them on Facebook. Our next Swedish metal band is a thrash and death melodic metal band. Enemy Inside is from Stockholm, Sweden. They have some music out now that you can find on Reverb Nation. Their influences are bands like Arch Enemy, In Flames, Armand Armoth, Pantera, Metallica, and more. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify at Enemy Inside. Bringing metal to the world. Only metal with no limits, with no rules. A combo of heavy metal, thrash metal, death melodic metal from Sweden and Peru. Awesome. Let's check it out. By the way, this is an awesome young lady belting out these vocals. This is The Enemy by Enemy Inside. Yes, that was brutal. That was The Enemy by Enemy Inside. Find more music and videos by Enemy Inside on Reverb Nation and like them on Facebook. Right on. For our next song, we go to a metal slash death metal slash grindcore slash brutal death metal band born in 1999 in Stockholm, Sweden. These guys are pretty brutal with influences like Dying Fetus, Cannibal Corpse, Beheaded, The Black Dahlia Murder, Decapitated, and more. This is Dead Man Walking by Undrgrnd. That was Dead Man Walking by Undrgrnd. Find more music and videos by Undrgrnd on Reverb Nation and like them on Facebook. Find them on Bandcamp. Badass. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to our last song on the set list for tonight. We hope you enjoyed this brutal list of Swedish metal. This was awesome. So we had this band on the show before. These guys are some badass Swedish metal musicians. This is some old school Swedish death metal. Find these guys on Bandcamp where you can get a ton of awesome metal. This is Death and Decay by Undrgrnd.
Death and decay.
and Decay by Internment. Find more music by Internment on Bandcamp. A ton of music there. Awesome. So it was a real treat for us to go to Stockholm, Sweden for some awesome Swedish metal. We hope you enjoyed this metal as much as we did tonight. This was freaking awesome. We want to remind you that we post this episode as well as all other episodes of The Undrgrnd to our Facebook page, The Undrgrnd with Vic Buoy. So go there and like it. You can find all these songs that we played here tonight as well as on all other episodes. We post them there for your convenience so you won't have to search for them. You can also find this podcast at Spreaker.com, The Undrgrnd with Vic Buoy. And we post it to our YouTube page as well. We encourage you to check out the links that we post to our Facebook page to listen to these bands for a more clearer, much better recording for your listening pleasure. We want to thank these awesome Swedish metal bands that we played on tonight's episode. Disrated, Fidian, Source of Ignition, Enemy Inside, Gore Trade, and Internment. Like these bands on Facebook to keep up with their progress. If you need any information about any of these bands played on tonight's episode, you can email us here at undergroundbookings@aol.com. That's UNDRGRNDBOOKINGS@AOL.com, and we can help you out with that. We want to thank you for listening tonight and invite you to tune in again next time for more great heavy metal. Since we're doing Swedish metal tonight, we're going to leave you with a quote from a great Swedish metal musician, a great metal front woman. And with the quote, here's Nikki Duke.
I discovered death metal when I was 16. I was simply singing along to my favorite vocalists, Chuck Schuldiner, John Tardy, David Vincent. I did my best to emulate that sound they produced, and one day I succeeded. Thus said, I was naturally angry every minute of the day, being a teenager and all. That definitely fueled my love for this extreme vocal style as well. Angela Gosso, Arch Enemy.
Right on. Thanks for that, Nikki. If you stuck around tonight till the end of the show, we have a bonus track for you tonight. We're going to head back to the United States to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for an awesome metal band. Here's a little bit of information about the band. We as a band are unbounded by pigeonholed musical subgenres from metal. Our sound is always going to include a form of crushing heavy metal, but always with elements of other musical styles and sounds and inspirations. Give us a listen and let us know what you think of our sound. Did it surprise you? Does it make you feel a certain way? What were we missing? Who did we sound like? We want to spark the conversation of controversy, creating commotion, and always keeping the listener on their toes, especially with new material. You can find these guys on bandcamp.com. Search H1Z1. Some of the band's influences include System of a Down, Lamb of God, Cannibal Corpse, Devil Driver, Slipknot, just to name a few. You can find a video for this song on YouTube. Search H1Z1 SS Departed. This is SS Departed by H1Z1.
Yeah.
awesome. That was SS Departed by H1Z1. We want to thank you again for listening tonight and to remind you to go to our Facebook page where you can find the links for the songs played here tonight in this episode as well as all other episodes of The Underground. There are links provided there for you so you won't have to search for them. Thanks for listening. I'm Vic Buoy with The Underground and we'll see you next time. Peace.